Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Wow, I did not have the mic on. Okay, and we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trades by Bren. We'll try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to Trades by Bren. Consistent profits come from a consistent process. So the first thing we do is we check our journaling, right? I like to check my journaling. And so I keep this on the side of my screen here because it helps me stay steady, man. You know, process is staying steady, right? So first we start with the AM rituals. For me, that's cold plunge, meditation, sauna, and cold plunge, meditation and prayer, sauna, exercise, gratitude, coffee, a few other things. Really get myself going, get myself awake. You just rolling out of bed trying to trade, that's a disaster. Don't do that. Do some AM rituals. Next, start that recording. We got the recording started. Mental game warm up, get in state, get yourself in a positive mood. You don't want to be in a bad mood. And you got to get your energy up, right? Trading is a full contact sport. In other words, it requires all of your mental resources. So you got to get that energy up, right? You got to be sharp. So get yourself woken up, get yourself moving, get yourself in state. Then I ask, okay, is it FOMC today? Or is it Friday? No. Different things happen on Fridays. So I like to make a note of that. And then I do my technical analysis warm up. Create the BDA journal, which is this right here. I start my watch timer, which I did. And then I draw my high and low of yesterday. Okay. This would be mislabeled. Let's get this right. Low of yesterday. Okay. All right. And then make a bear and bull case. So this is a trading range. Why? Because we went up and then we went down and then we went up. So this is what a trading range looks like. But let's make a bear case. Now my bear case is that this is bearish. Because look at the moving average. Okay. So if the bears are selling at the moving average, okay, and there are so many sellers that the price can't get above the moving average for the past hour. Okay, so we're moving into 7:30 a.m. and for the past hour, the bears have been selling below the moving average. Okay, so that is bearish. Okay, so my bear case is that this is a bear channel. Okay, that this is a bear channel. We pulled back to the moving average and then we sold off again. And now we're pulling back to the moving average and then we're going to sell off again. So that's a channel. That's exactly how a channel works, right? And you can have very strong bull trends within a bear channel. That is a bearish bias, but you can see strong bull trends within that trend, right? Those are counter trends. Those are pullbacks. We call those deep pullbacks. So you got to make sure that we're thinking counter logic. We got to think bear, bull, okay? We got to think up, down. What is the argument? If you think you're right about what you're seeing on a chart, but you're not considering the opposite side, you are screwing up, my friend. So I'm saying this to remind myself as well, okay? Because whenever I forget that and I get overly confident, that's overconfident, and that's not what we want. Okay, so that's my bear case. My bear case is this is a bear channel and that the bears will sell at the moving average just like they've been here, and that we'll get another push down, okay? So that's a bear case. My bull case is what? My bull case would be that's a double bottom or a wedge bottom, okay? 1, 2, triple bottom. Okay, a wedge is a triple bottom. Double bottom, that's obvious. Bottom, bottom, right? But also, there's 3, right? Because that's a bottom 2. So There you go. I got my bear case and my bull case. And what I like to do is I like to draw lines that represent my arguments. Okay? Because I'm saying one argument, one perspective. It's like different perspectives, right? It's like, what's your perspective? And you got to be able to see the chart from multiple perspectives. So from the perspective of the bears, I'm like, okay, that red line is what that represents. And from the perspective of the bulls, that green line is what that represents, which is why I did red and green. Now, let me check my levels real quick. I'm saying one argument. Okay, and the music is not coming through for a second. Hold on, guys. I bet you that fixes it. One perspective. It's like different. Cool. And we're in business, baby. All right, so that's what we got. Now, I'm starting to get some ideas here because what I like about the chart that I'm seeing is I'm seeing two things line up. One, I'm seeing that this is a trading range. Okay. I mean, look what happened at the end of the day yesterday. We went up, and then look what happened since then. We went way down. That's nuts if you think about it. From 10:20 a.m. yesterday until 1 p.m. Okay, so honestly, this was actually like yesterday, you know, midday, morning, whatever. We went all the way up. 81 points. That's nuts. And then we went all the way down. That's crazy, huh? That'd be a little tricky to trade. Shout out to my man Tarvis. Shout out to my man Fear the Beard. Fear the Beard, dude. I feel you, dude. Okay, so as I was saying, this is what I like this for a potential long because we're at the bottom of the trading range. This is my buy zone, sell zone strategy. Okay. And the buy zone, sell zone strategy works like this. You split the chart in half, and then you split the halves in two more halves. Like that. Okay. So we split the top half in a half, and we split the bottom half in a half. And then we take the top part, and we mark that as the sell zone. And we take the bottom part and we mark that as the buy zone. Okay. One, two, three, four. So we're breaking the chart into fourths. Okay. And then the top fourth, the top quarter is the top quarter is the sell zone. Okay. So we go sell zone. And then buy zone. Okay. If this is a trading range. Okay. If this is a trading range. If this is not a trading range, it's a bear channel. Like, look what's happening now. Okay. But the price usually goes sideways at the moving average. And I've made the mistake before of thinking that I'm getting data on what the price is doing the second it touches the moving average. And that can be a mistake. It's not always a mistake, but it can be. Now, the first thing I said is that I think we will probably come down and touch that 5,000 psychological support level. But we need a signal, right? I don't know how you trade, but I trade the signals. I trade the signals. So I don't guess and hope. I don't guess and then hope I'm right. At least I try not to. I have a strategy. My strategy tells me what to look for. And if I see that pattern, which is a setup, right? I see the chart setting up. Then I execute my process according to my rules and procedures for that setup. Okay? That's how I trade. Like I said, I don't know how you trade, but that's how I trade. I'm very process oriented. I'm a process oriented trader. So if I see a trading range like this, okay, then my process tells me to buy here. Okay. But I would love to be able to buy as the price goes a little lower. Okay. You know, I'd love that. And also, we made the bear in the bull case. This could also be a bear channel, which means we just made another lower high. That's possible. Okay. But look at all that buying. Okay. So we're going to wait and watch. Do you have the patience to wait for the mud to settle? I saw this great rant by Trades by Matt yesterday. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check out that guy's rant from yesterday. Trades by Matt. He said, I'm not a magician. In his live stream chat, they were complaining that he wasn't trading because he was just patiently waiting. And he went off, dude. He's like, I'm not a fucking magician, dude. I can't just magically make the market do what I want. He's like, I'm not Magic Matt. This isn't a magician Matt. I thought, man, what a great point. Amateur traders hate waiting. Amateur traders hate waiting. Hate it. Seasoned traders, experienced traders love waiting because they know there's always a better later trade coming. Okay, so if we're gonna get long here, a stop needs to be here. That's a big stop. And notice the ATR, 13 points. Nuts. Decent bear close. We do have a triple bottom or a wedge bottom here. Okay. You could draw it like that too, right? Probably a better way to draw it. But you know, you could also see this as a bear channel, right? You could do that. So I'm trying to get a clear picture on what I want to do here. And I think I'm just gonna wait. Willing to wait, willing to wait, willing to wait.
And it's something that we take on day by day.
Just something that we take on day by day. I like this track. I like this track. That would have been the buy here. Right. That would have been a good buy for a scout only. Well, let's see how this closes. Two possibilities I can see now. One, bears get that push down to 5,000. Although there were buyers down here previously, right? 3 times. Possibility number 2. Okay, so possibility number 1 is the bears regain control here, as it looks like they are. And they get trend continuation. Okay. Possibility number 2 I could see is we get another bounce. Bulls get a double bottom here and here somewhere. And then we get that move up. So that's another one. I am interested in buying. Because of this wedge. That's why I'm interested in buying.
Mark my words.
50 seconds on the candle. Waiting and watching. Being patient, being professional. Okay, 15 seconds on the candle now. Here's what I noticed. From 14 to 15, 15 is growing in size.
Mark my words.
Life is good, feeling grateful. I'm feeling grateful. How about you? Feeling so grateful. Really, we're just practicing this morning. Will we find buyers? That's the question. We're in the buy zone. But bears in the midst of some strong momentum to the downside. See, look. you just adjust that trend line. First it was here, and then the bears got that lower low. No, lower high. Yep, lower high. Okay, so buying here I think would be a good decision. ATR is 10. That's nuts. Look at how fast we bounced up. We just went 5 points in like a few seconds. Okay. Buyers below 11. Showing you there are buyers here in this buy zone. That's why I like this strategy. Okay. See that? Look at 15 and look at 16. Notice that 16 went one tick below. One tick below and then bounced up. Boom. If this is a strong buy signal, I consider buying. But the bulls need to show some kind of strength. Hey, my man BP. BPJ. Thanks for joining us, man. Welcome to the family. Shout out to my man Anthony. Anthony, good to see you again, my man. Okay. So, remember I shared a couple possibilities. One of them was that the bulls would get a double bottom here. I'm looking for a close above the moving average. Or at least a close above 15. Not good. Not good. What I don't like about 16 is it failed to close above that. Okay, so that would have me reverse. Yeah, that would have me reverse. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Okay, so I don't like 16. I'll talk this out loud with you guys, okay? I don't like 16 because 16 closed. It couldn't close above 15. Okay. This, when the price closes right at that prior high, but not above it, okay? That, to me, is a sign of trading range price action. So it means we're still in a trading range, right? It doesn't mean that the bulls have conviction and that they're taking over. So I don't like that. However, I'm remembering my 50% strategy. So let me see where 50% would be. That's a possibility. For a long. I like a long down here better than a short because we're at the bottom of a trading range. Okay. So that would be that. Although let's reconsider rather our bear case. And we do have that support level, big round number 5,000 below. Okay. So option number 2 when scalping, right? Option number 1 is you buy below where there's been buying before, right? So 13, you buy 1 tick below 13, or you buy 1 tick below 15, right? That's what the bulls did here. You can tell because 16 went 1 tick below 15, right? Okay, so that's option 1 when you're scalping. Option 2 is when you see a big, strong bull bar like 16, you measure 50%. Okay, 50%. So that's right there. That's the midpoint. And then you put your order right at the midpoint, right? Now, usually you'll get filled. Sometimes you won't. But so often, the price comes back. You know, you get those 50% pullbacks of those strong candles. And then, as always, be willing to take the loss if you need to. Right. So you predefine your risk before you enter the trade. For us, it's probably going to be here. Right. So we keep that 1-to-1. Right. Although the ATRs, probably need to stop there. Because the ATR is 11.5. So, you know, we want our stop loss to be at minimum the ATR. So we'll put our stop loss there. We got to get it a little bit wider because, in my opinion, it just doesn't make sense to have a stop loss less than the ATR, right? Like, why would that make sense? If the average candle size is, in this case, 11.5, right? That means each candle's moving from top to bottom 11.5. So of course you need a stop loss at least that. So this is what I like to see, right? Because we're moving slowly, we're creeping slowly to the downside. Right, and notice yeah, see that? So I like this because I'm not seeing strong momentum to the downside. And also the bulls now have a double bottom. See? So far, more signs of trading range price action. Right. When the candles start alternating, when the candles start alternating, Bear bar, bull bar, bear bar, bull bar. Like a barcode. So people call that a barcode pattern. That's trading range. Very interesting price action at the moment. Anthony, multiple streams of income. Rubik's. Yeah, I have a free course. It's called my YouTube channel. So question from Rubik's, do you have a free course? Yes. It's called my YouTube channel. I do free videos every week. And also live stream. I mean, isn't this in some ways better than a course? You get a person live breaking down price action. And not just that, but showing live trading. Shout out to my man Alex P, checking in from Tampa. Took 3 trades today. 2 and 1. Awesome. Shout out to my man Rubik's from India. Guys, remember the 3 rules of the chat. Introduce yourself and your city upon entering. So let me know in the comments right now. Just, who you are and where you're watching from. Number 2, rule number 2, good vibes only. The internet is filled with an endless amount of negativity. This will not be another one of them. We're going to keep it positive vibes only here. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3, talk to each other, not just me. Why? Because we're building a community. In fact, we're building the most positive, most supportive, most awesome day trading community on YouTube. So help us do that. And talk to each other, support each other, encourage each other. Do what I do. Be positive. Be encouraging. Be supportive. Right? You see me. I'm leading by example, guys. Okay, so let's do a little check-in. I think we started at about 7:10. And we'll end at 8:30 today. It is 7:59. So far, what's happened? Bear case was bear channel, but very, I'm going to say extremely strong buying yesterday. Then late yesterday. Then today, strong selling. Bulls have wedge bottom. Bears sold, holding, protecting, let's say. BeatStars.com. Bears owning EMA. Okay. I see trading range price action, which means buy low, sell high, and scalp. That's how you trade a trading range in my strategy. BeatStars.com. considered buying above. No, that's not true. Yeah, that's right. Consider buying consider buying below 15. Yeah. But wasn't quick enough. Tried buying. Guys, if you're not doing this with your trades, right? Like trade by trade, like recording your thinking, you're really missing out. I'm trying to lead by example here and show you the amount of meticulousness that trading demands. 16. The higher low, the bottom. Now waiting. Okay, so higher low, double bottom. I was talking a little bit ago about this rant that Trades by Matt did yesterday. I saw Trades by Matt on YouTube here. He did this rant. He's like, I don't care how many lines you draw on your chart. Execution is way harder. And I thought, man, what a great reminder. What a great point. I guess some people think if they draw enough lines on their chart, they'll be a great trader. And it's good to remember that execution is by far the hardest thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask Alex P, because you were sharing your stats with us. Yeah, Alex P. So you shared your wins and your losses, right? But my question for you, my brother, is how well did you stick to your process? How well did you execute according to your rules and procedures? That's an equally important question. Such good beats. Trades by Brand, come for the trade, stay for the beats. Trades by Brand. Good vibes. Trades by Brand. Good vibes, dope beats. Decent trades. Okay, maybe we buy down here. It's a possibility. Look at the bulls failing. Bulls got 2 closes above the moving average. 19 pause. Still in the buy zone. Right. This buy zone sell zone strategy is so money. It's actually down here. Yeah, that's actually the buy zone. Okay. Since 9, bulls actually in a bull trend, right? Look at that line. Actually, a small pullback relative to the bull trend starting on bar 8. So good to know that we are currently bullish. Man. Bitcoin, huh? Bulls holding above the moving average, but slowing down. Alex P sharing with us that he stuck to his process pretty well. Alex, do you have an objective way of quantifying your adherence to your strategy? And here we go. So here's an example of where I was wrong, right? I said, 16 I don't like because it stopped right at the top of 15. So I was right for a minute, right? Because look, it held right there. There was resistance there. Notice 17 couldn't get above there either. So there was some resistance there, but then 18 smashed through, right? So you got follow through of 16 on 18. And that's a reminder that sometimes the follow through is delayed. You don't always get a move and then another move confirming that direction. Sometimes you get a move and then you go sideways and then you get the move.
Mark my words.
Also, so whoever was asking why I don't stream every day, because it don't pay, baby. It's actually stressful streaming because you're trading. I mean, imagine if you had a crowd of people watching you trade. It's definitely not as chill as just trading. On your own. And we're always in long. So that's a signal. Right. So we can just move our order up here like this.
Mark my words.
Wow. So average candle size went from 13 to 8. Much better. Trying to get in on a pullback here. It don't pay, baby. Corpusful, welcome. Germany, I presume. Welcome to Corpusful. Germany, I presume. I love this beat. Trades Bob Brand, come for the trades, stay for the beats. Okay. Maybe we get in on a 50% pullback there. Market currently bullish. Pulling back a little bit here. Bear case. Bears get the reversal. But we'll wait for that. Thank you for the compliment. Best beats of any trader on YouTube. I challenge you to find better beats somewhere else. You're not gonna find it. It's not happening. The best. The best. I'm number one. Huge. Okay, so look how weak this candle is. I'm confident putting my order here now. Why? Because this candle is just weak. Now, that can change very quickly. So, let's keep watching this guy. Look how strong the bulls are. Man. Will we go? What's going on? %'s right there. Interesting. Always watch your back. 50%'s actually there. There we go. Good enough. Okay, so you guys know about gaps. So if we form a gap, right? Currently there's a gap here. You see that? You guys know about gaps, right? That's a gap. If the gap stays open, the trend continues up. If the gap does not stay open, if it closes, then the momentum is lost. And that's tough, right? Because look, the stop loss is like so wide. They're trying to close that gap. This is my favorite beat right now. Let's start this one over. Always watch your back. Always watch your back. Oh. So good. Minute left on the candle. Couple ticks from that order. Average candle size shrinking very quickly. So as that happens, right, I adjust my my profit target to fit. Support here. Okay, and we're in. So, hoping for a bounce. See if we get it. Either we get it. Oh, we don't. Average candle size 6.5. So we'll go with 6. If we get the bounce. If we don't get the bounce, we don't get the bounce. But you know, what I'm doing is I'm looking at 21, 22, and I'm just reading the signals as they appear to me. I'm reading the signals as they appear to me. $21, $22 look weak relative to 20, relative to 18. 17 looks weak relative to 16. 14, 15 look weak relative to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So what I'm seeing are higher lows, right? I got that higher low double bottom marked. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. Bull's trying to keep that gap open. Bought a 50% pullback of 20. That's what I did. Market. Bears getting the reversal. Or not. Let's wait for the candle to close. 2.5 minutes. We got that gap marked. You see that? See the yellow, guys? You see that mark? Let me put lines around this. I'll make it even easier to see. Background, yeah. No. That's what I want to do. Okay. It's a little easier to see, right? We're still relatively low in the trading range, if we're seeing this as a trading range. But you got two things happening simultaneously. We are in a bull channel since 9. Why? Because higher lows and higher highs, right? 16, higher than 8. 16, higher than 8. Okay. And then what? 20, higher than 12 and 13. So that's a bull channel. But the overall pattern, right, is a trading range because we went up and then we went down. Okay. Price pulling back to the moving average. So let's see what happens there. Ah. Context. Still relatively low in overall trading range. So that's my thesis. Will I be correct? I don't know. Make a note. Watch what's going off. Calm. Mostly. Slight impatience. Because trade. Oh. In small drawdown. But holding strong, baby. For now. Holding strong for now, right? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. bears closing in on that gap. Lot of momentum to the downside if you look to the left. But you gotta weigh the probabilities, right? You have to combine two things. One, you gotta combine what you see to the left and then what you see right now. So we've got strong selling to the left, followed by strong buying. And the bear's getting the push down, okay? So gap close, we can delete that. So let's take this trend line and let's extend it up, okay? And notice my stop loss is right around where that trend line is. So my idea here is like this stop loss checks out, right? Because if the bears get the push through this line, then that would negate the thesis, right? That would invalidate the thesis that we're going higher. But we haven't really broken the pattern yet because we went up and then we pulled back, and then we went up and we pulled back, which is how a channel works. Okay, so the question is if this is a major reversal or minor reversal, and there's only one way to tell. Waiting. Great morning to you, my man Anthony. Anthony, what's something you're grateful for today? I'm grateful for my new spotlight that I got in the studio here. It's keeping me awake, helping me stay alert. Okay, so yeah, so again, I like the stop loss here because that would be where this thesis that we're in a bull channel gets invalidated. It would be near it, right? We can still go down here and then reverse up, but you know, the tricky thing in trading is that you really never know until after the fact. So when it comes to stop losses, you just gotta follow your rules. So let's see if the bulls get a higher low. Here, higher low, right? That's what that means. So let's see if they get the same thing here. Or if the bears, right? If we have to move this here and then we go, okay, that's just a bear channel, or I don't know, something else. It's to be a triangle. Just more trading range, really. Touching that trend line, bouncing up, but 1, 2, 3, 4 bear bars down. So momentum to the downside. Anthony's grateful for the internet in the library because the power went out. Yeah. This is my second favorite beat at the moment. So now we reevaluate, right? So let's watch 25 and see how it closes. And really see what happens. See if the 25 reverses. Or if 25 we keep getting that move down. Because remember I said you got the big round number of 5,000 below. So notice this trend line. Buyers right there. And wait for this candle to close.
Mark my words.
At the moment, bearish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bear bars consecutive. Bearishness. Wow, this beat's good too, huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive bear bars.
Mark my words.
Good. So get rid of that. Put this like that.
Mark my words.
Anthony, I'm seeing a trading range, so I mean, if you look at one, right? Look at the chart from the open of the day. Oh no, look at the chart from 78, 76, right? You see that, right? Look at that. So that is, so for the past 20 hours, okay? For the past 20 hours, this is the real time trading hours. So this includes overnight. So for the past 20 hours, we've been in a range. Okay. So if we've been in a range for 20 hours, that means the odds are near 50-50. Why? Because the longer you spend in a range, the longer the market goes sideways. The flatter the probability is. The more 50-50 it gets. For the probability to tip, you know, one side has to do something strong. And for 20 hours, we've been going sideways. So that's a context. Triangles there. So I have it drawn, like I was saying, I have it drawn to here, right? But the trading range, you could say it started there, right? Yeah, that's a better way to draw it. You guys remember how I marked 50% of this guy? Look at. Almost to the tick. We went there and bounced. So this is a channel. Strong selling at the top, strong buying at the bottom. Pretty slow morning, huh? Maybe think about it. We started with a 50-point move down. That's crazy, right? But the first candle, that was 20 points. Okay, so if you're waiting 30 minutes to trade, which I do, okay, then you're not even, there's nothing even in play until 6:55. So that's a decent short, but you know, I mean, a good move down, but then you bounce heavy, right? That would have been tough to get in on. You retake your profits there, I don't know. So slow or not. So yeah, huge move. Like, I mean, we dumped 50 straight points. It's not huge, but we dumped 50 straight points on the open, pretty much. One pullback right here, one small pullback. But then immediately reversed, and we retraced most of that. Okay. Best entry of the day, I think, would be here. Okay. Highest probability. Highest probability, right? But even there, you're only getting a 1-to-1, right? Because your stop's got to be there at least. And do we even get 14 points? No. Okay, so you wouldn't even get a 1-to-1 on that. So even the trade of the day. I mean, this would be a better trade, a short here. But tricky to exit properly on that. Okay, so here's a lesson of the day from Trades by Brand. Okay, if you get restless, you get reckless. I don't know if that happens to you, but that happens to me. When I get restless, I get reckless because the market wears me down, and if I allow that to happen, I do something stupid and I regret it. Okay, so what I do when I get restless is either one, I keep my energy up, okay, and I'll talk to you guys in the chat. I'll do something to keep my energy going and keep myself alive and awake and alert, okay, and not giving in, not succumbing to the negative emotions. Or I end the session, right? And I just like, you know what? There'll be a better later trade and I'll come back later. That's what I'm gonna do today. So we're being grateful for the opportunity to trade. It is a privilege to be able to click buttons and try and make money. Okay. It's one of the most fun things you could do, I think. It's also dangerous and it's also risky, but that's part of the fun. But I get to do it with you guys. So what do I gotta say? I gotta say, I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for you guys. So thanks for being here. I'm Trades by Brand. I'm wishing you nothing but positivity and good vibes for the rest of your day. And I'll be back here Tuesday at 7 a.m. Tuesday at 7 a.m. Pacific. So if you want to check this out, come back then. And if you want to get my 3 favorite trades, including the patterns I look for, exactly the setup I'm waiting for when I'm placing a trade, exactly how I set my risk so I can limit my downside in case I'm in a drawdown, and then how to set my profit targets so that, how do I take profits before it's too late? All that you can get at tradesbybrand.com/3setups. The link is on the screen and the link is in the description. check that out. Also, if you're curious on my platform and what I trade, usually I trade with Top Step. So you can get a link to the description in that. If you're curious about getting 150K funded account with Top Step, which I'm a fan of. And you can also check out TradingView, which is the other platform I'm using as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys Tuesday.